Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Oh, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Going live in 3 2 1. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. A little bit late, but better late than never. Wow. Look at this. We are one-sided. Going for all-time highs. Looks like it. Alright, so by looking at this, I can just say we're bullish here, and I do think I like this setup already. I don't know what it will be anchored on, but there's something here. What time is it right now? 7 a.m. I don't want to rush, but let's look at the distance. Zone 80 points, not bad. Current interval only. Where, yes. This is the problem of being late now. Trying to see if there's a breaker to the left here. Let me put a straight line. I need a body close. Let's see what's here. If there's anything. Pretty much nothing. This is the closest one I see. The high right there. Yeah. That's the closest one I see, followed by maybe the one up here. I'm gonna just do this. Get in here and say extend. Do not extend. Extend right. And this one too, as we go to that all-time high. That one too is something. I want to see those exact points. Come on. Yes, sir. Get them exactly. And then this might be too late here. And then this is an all-time high right here, I believe. ATH daily. Do you agree? It's the all-time high. Yes, it is. Big. We gotta be careful though. This is imbalance. So what am I doing now? How many markings have I done? 1 2 3. I'll just okay. Thank you. This is a daily volume imbalance. I need you to be blue in color. We just touched it, so we could see a significant retracement. Here's another one. Balance on the daily. Oh, come on. So I'm just doing this analysis on the go. Let's look at the 4-hour real quick. Looks to be bullish, kind of. 1 hour. We might get some continuation vibe today, so let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute. And this looks like an entry. Do I really want to take it, or is this gonna be a missed trade, man? Oh, come on. There's a problem of being too late to the party. We're likely to keep pushing. Let's look at the bias window here. Oh, this is gonna be the quickest loss ever. I think we are too bullish, man. Yeah. Is he likely to get up here? Was this a retracement enough? I'm supposed to be in this trade. You know what? Might be the quickest loss or a rush decision. 379 is too much, so I'm just gonna go with one market and just buy. Alright, I'm in this trade. Might be a rushed one, but I think everything's checked out. I only took one contract, so whatever I lose here, if I lose, which will be how much? 189 is not bad. We just go to a high time frame situation right there, so this might be rushed, but I had to take that trade. So the entry is somewhere where, so the limit is right there, so 203 is the situation. If I do get a trade, if I win this, I might come back in the afternoon and look for another one. Yeah, so looking for, oh, thought I closed the trade. Sell limit right there, $300.80-ish. All right, so looking for 189 points as this thing is creating those going towards the high of the day. Only one contract. Gonna push this to the right. Yeah, so that's the trade of the day. Rushed, but it's it's checked, and I'm not recording this. Do I need to record? All right, so I'm gonna head on over to this window here and look at something. So 6:30, we didn't see no manipulation, and it is what do you mean no manipulation? What about this 6:50? So this will be the first 5-minute bullish on the block. Honestly, today I didn't want to come here in the morning, but you know, I wanted to trade in the afternoon. If we take this loss going back to 51,400, and it's all good. Visibility, current interval only no and below. I wish this would be on the, oh, it cannot be because I'm not logged in here. Looking for 380-ish. That might close us above 52, the 52,000 mark. Bullish. So looking at the 1 hour structure, maybe it should have come down here first and then keep going up. We might be going for those all day high situations right there. Can I get rid of everything here? Just delete everything. Long post, long position, delete, and just only what we need. This is like my bias meter. Bullish, 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 bullish. This might have been a rush trade here, honestly. I don't know why I took it. It can still work, but we just hit that daily situation, so I don't know why me take that trade. No, this is S&P. Daily situation, it could still work anyway because I jump, poof. And then another situation here to go through, And then looking at the news, no red news. G7 meetings. No red news this week until maybe Wednesday. We got FOMC coming up. And then Friday, no trading. Well, market still moves a little bit. All right, so this right here is no good. This would probably was a good one to sit out. That's a word. And now I don't like the way those things look like. So what we're going to do is style, extend, do not extend. Let's bring it close. Oh, smoke. This was a rushed one, y'all, but it can still work. It can still work. Taking a trade from a high time frame situation is dangerous. Yeah, somewhere here where I can see them, but they don't have to be on my face. Let me look at the 4-hour real quick. What is there on the left side? Well, we might make it up here. Right there. 4-hour looks okay. It's an old 4-hour high. I could also argue it's a buy side. Just odd. Oh, old previous 4-hour high. Close this fair value gap here. Hopefully we don't need to come back to retest it or anything of the sort. I think this looks clean. Let's get up here at least. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. We got fair value gaps in there, 1 hour there. I'm going to assume, even though I'd like to see how we're gonna go past them. And then we have one buy side here, another one here. But we're likely to mess with all that. BSL. Yeah, I don't like this. BSL, buy side liquidity. This is not looking good, yeah. Top. Maybe black will be fine. And then the all-time high. So we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, all-time high. I'm not asking for too much, just a little bit. Anyway, there's nothing we can do here. $200 on the line. And it is what it is. This was not a good trade. It could still win though. Do they want to close the whole of this gap here? I should have stayed sleeping, yo. Today I wanted to only trade the afternoon. Should have stayed in bed. What was this? I still think it was a nice trade anyway. Looks good. I still think it's a nice trade. 1, 2 swing highs. We are bullish. That was a fast presented setup, so why not? Get in there, do your thing. All right, so maybe they just needed to, you know, get in on some fair value gap 15. What is this? What's this? This was a breaker from a long time ago. The one we should have waited for was maybe this one here, but we can see price likely come down to. So this was kind of rushed. Yeah, which if you look closely, this is confirmed at with a 615 to 630 candle, and then the 6, what is this, the 630 to 635 candle just does touch the breaker right there, and we get that move to the upside. So which was it, 630 to 645, this right here, but we never got a second swing low to participate in that move to that daily imbalance right there. From another daily imbalance here. So can you offer support, my guy? 40 points. Okay, let's look at this window a little bit. 5-minute order block was never confirmed. That could have been a good filter, if you ask me. We are down $99. This is another breaker up there. What are they doing? What are they doing? Any attempt to, print bullish strongly is being thwarted. These words I have to confirm. I think I've confirmed it on before. Thwart. What is to thwart? Someone from accomplishing a goal or stop a plan from being successfully executed. Yes, so we're good on that. It's been thwarted. To have one's plans or goals or efforts blocked, opposed, successfully prevented from being achieved. This thing just wants to retrace a little bit, but the bulls are kind of also, we're in a dangerous situation here, you know. Buying down here, going towards, you know, that volume imbalance was a good deal, especially maybe inside here after we traded above that line. But what time was it? But we never did a retest. Maybe it's clean on the 1 minute. It's not showing. Let's see. Nah, I never did a retest to this other section right here, so might create some good shots maybe. It's still bearish at least for right now. Well, still taking its time though, so maybe it could be some bullish pressure here, but I do feel like they're at least coming down to, you know, touch a breaker, so I might have just gone in too early. Well, those are the thoughts I have in case it loses, you know, in case we lose and then it finally goes up. I might have broken or not followed one of the rules, so everything else lined up apart from retracing to a breaker, and we're about to get smoked here. Here we do submit to losses, which can be a good thing and sometimes can be a bad thing. Can be a good thing sometimes and a bad thing. I feel it's a bad thing most of the times. But I think it should cancel itself out with a 1:2 thing. Alright, that was a quick loss, and I think I'll just end the stream here as well. And I'll just go back to sleep. Yeah. What if? 10 points to go, 8 points, 9.5 points. What if it still works? Ooh, what am I seeing here? I hope this holds, man. Low. Hello. Low. Maybe that's the SMT for this session. All right, let's keep going. It might work. Might. With a grain of salt. If I was to put ES, this line here is gonna be upward. Let me see. ES will be the next one. There we go. Yeah, baby. Oh, this is no well put. Bruh. Yeah. What happened? But we know these are faked too sometimes, so it's not like it's a, you know, it's like grain, whatever. Anyway, I don't even, we're just gonna do visibility, current interval and above. Same with here. So this right here should just be like, you know, if I wasn't in a trade, would be a good indication to look for longs, especially if it was bullish. That's a good signal to look for longs now. It's just a confirmation, top of a type of a confluence. That's how I see it. Used to use them only if I see divergence between two markets. In this case, like the Nasdaq and ES. Back then, I would mainly trade on the US 30. So I'd look for divergence between US 30 and US 500 or US 30 and US 100. And once I see a divergence, I'm looking for a break of structure and a retracement back to OTE zone, and I'm getting in on that trade. It worked sometimes it did not. At the time I was looking for perfect trades, perfect strategies where I can win every day. So after a few losses I stopped using SMT, but it is a good like a confluence or addition to your strategy. Will it be upheld today? I don't know. Let's see. Um, 16, just about to cross 50. If that happens, game over. Most likely, the momentum to the upside is more done, gone. It's too close. Too close. Hopefully they don't need to come in. 1 second here. Okay, this could be the 5-minute situation that maybe could be waiting for, but is this thing likely to keep going up? Okay, I'm kind of enjoying this now. It's a good indication. Hmm. 727. Let me pull up the 1 hour candles here. It looks like. Oh yeah. Open. We've come down, taking these lows, which is good. Now let's fly. I hope this is it, man. So looking for around 380-ish. If this works. And that might get me back to the... might get us to the 52,000 level. And I'll be glad that I woke up. And my wife woke me up. Go trade. No, let's do it in the afternoon. Like, yeah, I think your move is there, boo. Go trade. So now when this was coming down, I'm like, I should have stayed in bed. Now that looks like we might be going up. I'm glad I woke up. I'm gonna step aside a little bit. No face today. We're just gonna let this thing ride. Alright, I'll be back soon here. The new 15-minute candle is upon us. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I don't know what's gonna be happening here. Price never touched one of my breakers that I like to trade off of, so this is from a long time ago, as I mentioned. Maybe this could be providing some sort of support. I don't know. We do have some SMT here between NAS and SMP. Intermarket analysis. I'm thinking probably maybe this is like a retracement to back to OTE, but you know that's what I want to see. Looking at this right here, ICTV around this area might make sense on a lower time frame. Let me see real quick. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Makes sense. We have a gap, a breaker right there on the 1 minute. Sell side, breaker structure. We have a gap, another one here too. OTE. Nice place to go long. So no worries there, no worries there, no worries there. Actually, it should be the high. It should be this low to this high. That's a perfect 0.705 touch right there. See that? See that? Yeah, let's see. Felix, too much noise. Let me take this to, okay, it's better. That's better. Weekless candle. Me don't like that at all. Weekless 15 minute. This is good so far on the 30 minute. Open low, then back to the open. Nice place to be looking for longs if you're going long. Nice place for looking for buys. Work so well if this ends up being bullish. If not, you just get smoked. Normal. Now we're likely to consolidate here, man, because we did get to a high time frame, you know, level right there. But can we go and consolidate in profit? No. Consolidations are okay, but go consolidate in the money. Will the 30-minute candle flip? My stop loss is just right here to do its job. $200. Actually, I think I've even forgotten the actual number. Let's remind them. 189.5, but we know it's because of slippage, maybe. Might be less than that. Wait a minute. I was kind of filled here. Right there. Right there. So $203, looking for 365-ish. 1:2 will be now up here. I'm not gonna move that. Move it. $30 difference. 365, I'll be okay. Anyway, it might be the ones that just, you know, rush. So no worries. Okay. What will this trade look like now? Can this flip? look at that straight. Like this is so one entry chance here. Here's another one, and it's still not expanding to the upside. Guys, I'm gonna move away from my charts. I don't think I want to babysit this. So Nasdaq is never mind. Now this is not good if S&P closes above and Nasdaq doesn't, but we'll find out in the next 10 minutes, because then that will be something like this, and then that could force on some short prices. And this can be negated, which I think it's still in play right now. Okay, looking at this right here, at least a 5-minute order block was confirmed. If that was what I was waiting for an entry, my entry would look something like this. My stop loss just below that 5, and then just go for 1:2 probably. Set and forget, which is, I'm finding it to be a very nice confirmation to get in a trade in this in the morning, especially if you have a strong bias, if I may say. Yeah. Stop loss 36.71. This one is 36.61. So stop loss might have been a little bit high. All good. 38.32. We'll take you out of the trade real quick. Somewhere in here. 32. Three people watching. $121 subscribers. Yay! I was at 120 yesterday. So we are growing slowly. I like that. Slowly but sure. I'll get back to doing some more content with the shorts. Maybe do other content too, but for now, man, I really don't have time to make a video and edit. My time is tight, but once I get a chance, I will start producing some more content. I'm planning on doing a video explaining, the 15-minute breakers, and then the EMA entry on my entries using the EMAs on the 1 minute. I think that will be beneficial to someone out there struggling and just wants a system to get them in and give them a chance to at least survive and experience trading without getting losses every day. Not the best strategy out there, but it does grow slowly. There's definitely some growth in the strategy. Might not be as fast as you'd want, but it hangs in there. It hangs in there. Nasdaq, why are you not following what this guy is doing? Oh, let me go to the S&P. Let's see where the all-time high is at and kind of mark that. I feel like this is clean traffic if you look at it from the higher time frames. but will they need to retrace a little bit? I wonder if that's what many people are waiting for, a retracement, so they can engage in their trades. Maybe the market will deny them that. So that's the whole all-time high right there. What is this? I have not marked even previous day high or something of the sort. So that old previous 4-hour high is an old daily high. So I'll make life easy and just do it like this. Well, let's just go with the 4-hour. The 4-hour high on S&P is right here. Let me just do that. All the previous 4-hour high. That's not even right. Oh, this should be H. 121 subscribers. Organic. Just people discovering new and like let's follow this one. He might be onto something. That's the 4-hour. Wait a minute. Yes, that high. So S&P is about to get to a 4-hour that Nasdaq cleared earlier. So S&P is playing catch up. That might be the best one to take a trade with, because yeah, it's likely to get to those highs that Nasdaq already did. S&P might have a cleaner, let's see, touch. They might be the ones with a cleaner entry, but where could it have been? Right here. Let's just, so this is what we're getting in. Stop loss right there. 1:2. Let me just struck it. How about Dow? Dow, do you have anything? Right here. This one, if I had to trade Dow, it would have to be a different strategy. How about gold? Okay, back to S&P. What is it I was doing? Oh, daily. This is an old one. It's not gonna make sense. Daily. So that's the same day. Okay, then let's go with S&P has already cleared this. Wait a minute, put that in perspective. So at least we're seeing some profits now. So we're likely to fly now and not look back. This is kind of, you know, what I like to see now. Open and then it goes down fast. So you want to look for buys down here right before or at the open line, and then, you know, play out the rest. You will be stopped out sometimes, of course, but when following that logic, it works so well. So I usually like to see if, you know, the retracement back is also like the same as an open over high time frame candle and then kind of going down. Ends up being some really good trades, especially with the 1-hour candle. Rarely I see that, but when that happens, usually is one-sided. Open low, then we expand this, assuming it's gonna fly to the upside. I'm trying to see where else will we be going to. There is so this is the daily S&P daily. Nasdaq had huge gaps. Nasdaq is not showing them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark that old daily high, which is the same as which one this is not good, yeah. Old daily high, and then the old 4-hour high will be the other old daily high. I'm gonna just change that to an old daily high, and then S&P right here will be the other one, which I feel like Nasdaq will still keep going up, as in my opinion. I think S&P is likely to get here. Easy to say so because now I'm seeing that happen. 1, 2. I'm gonna do this just for clarity here. I'm gonna do all daily 1, all daily high 2, just because I like marking. All this is not necessary. But for intermarket analysis sake, I'm gonna just mark them. And then the all-time, wait, is daily all-time high right here. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that SMT, man, on the daily. So this was high, low. Look at that drop. Boom. Wow. Maybe we should start looking for SMTs on the daily time frame. I think they rarely happen. So let's go down to the 15 minutes, see if it makes some sense. Okay, thank you. All right. Just 1 second, my people. I'm gonna do this. So trend. Oh, we are flying. Flying. Oh, that was S&P flying, not us. S&P is doing its thing. So look at that. I knew that was the better performing one. So we would have been close to our 1:2 real quick right there. Yeah. This one not anywhere close. Probably maybe if this was the entry, because the stop loss would have been somewhere here. But now, how do you know which one will work? How do you know? 106 points for profit as opposed to 200. Whatever, man. That's what we chose. That's what presented itself first. So we're likely to see reversals when you get here, or will it just keep going up for the rest of the session? I think it might. Just be one-sided. Maybe at the end of the day, get somewhere here. Now, what I don't get is NAS is already at that old daily high. S&P still is not yet there. I think they will try to get there. NAS is heading towards that old daily high too. Let me just make sure that I had those marked right. And then I'm gonna step away from my charts. I'm just gonna keep talking and talking. That high is the same as that high. Good. Next thing will be the all-time high. Okay. I'm gonna go and drink some tea now. And let this baby do its thing. If we took S&P, we'll probably be finished. Just curious, create a limit order. anything 200 to 250. I think this is the cheaper one to trade. 236 maybe would have taken 7, even 8. S&P looks like the cheaper one to trade in terms of the size. With the current restrictions that I have, only 9 micros, S&P looks like the good one. Maybe what I'd take with 1 here, S&P would be 2. So it would be good if I want to focus on taking partials. But right now I need my 1:2. I need my 1:2s. Look at that. The power of that. What is that? SMT. Divergence between price. If you're bullish and you see that, that could be your indication. Let's go to the whatever meter. Ooh, the 5-minute order block set up. This thing, I am currently looking at it seriously, man. So this one will be up 1.5. Today Poloko is not with us. I would have loved to know if he took this trade. Just about to hit TP right there. That's in the 5-minute order block. Retest. We kind of stayed in here. You will put your fib. This is how gurus teach on YouTube. After setup has worked. You see, this is why. Yeah. Look at that. Perfect 0.705 touch. No, we want you to live stream and let's see what you're talking about. Live stream. Honestly, right now, a guru that is not live streaming for people to see their losses and wins, I would listen to them with a grain of salt. Because it's so easy to pick out a section and just form a perfect theory and sound and look good. And perhaps that's why you go apply those concepts on the chart for yourself and they don't work. Because out of 20 trades, they showed you the 5 ones that were the 5 that worked, and they didn't show you the 15 that didn't work. So unfair. If you're a guru in live streaming, run. But that's a bad advice, bro. Don't listen to me. I'd have loved to know if Poloko, maybe let me text him on Instagram, or no pressure. Pressure, Nini. I'm sure S&P is done. Yeah, just about to. This is a 15-minute breaker from a long time ago. So can I do something like this? I feel like it's noisy. I'm gonna do something like this. Switch that to gray. Let's say it's an 15-minute breaker from a long time ago. And then now I can delete that one. Thank you. $89. Where are we? It's giving back the loss from Sunday, from Friday. I took an unnecessary trade, which was good in my eyes to take anyway. Yeah, so let's do this so it kind of gives the illusion that it's coming from far. This is an expensive trade, yeah. Maybe price should not have given us a seal, but then I would have entered here. So that would have been the entry. Or this one here. Imagine when we have our own live account, all those will be entries. Boom, 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 boom. I really do think that S&P will want to get to at least that all daily high. And that distance to me looks good for us to get to that 1:2. I saw someone say one Nasdaq is like 7. No, one S&P point is like 7. Oh, what did he mean? Yeah. So 26 times 7, what would that be? 14 plus 4. 180. Did I get that right? 26 times 7, 182. From where we stand right now, 182 points. Yep, we might hit our 1:2. Okay, things looking good so far. Oh, look at that. 5-minute situation. So that will be kind of the pivot moving, you know, when we start trading without EMAs. Still looking for ways to still incorporate them when I tell them goodbye. But I'll have to explain this strategy and then really share it in case. I think it might be beneficial to someone that just wants a system to get in. Just submit and give it time to see the results. Wait for a 15-minute breaker, retest of the breaker, then look for the evidence here. EMAs line up, retest back to the 50, break over trend line. That's your trade. Stop loss below the 100. Might work good sometimes it doesn't work good. Weekless, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Let me look at S&P US 30 real quick. No, just go back. It's gonna be the worst record. Ooh, EDAO is done. Well, assuming that we had a breaker here, and if you see closely, we were kind of getting a squeeze too. Look at this. A squeeze right there. Where's Nasdaq? S&P one more time, just about to finish. 1.8. And then this guy is about to finish too. That 1:2. I think I'd be out. 1.8 is not bad. Or looking at what this guy is likely to get up here, I would just stay. Should I take that 97 and call it a day? Or should we just submit? Leave it alone. Now this 15 could also be a since we haven't closed above it, it's an order block. Once we close above it, is there an order block? Boom, boom. A reclaimed order block. No. What would it be? No, reclaimed would be if it went up and then came down to be used again. What would it be? Yeah, it's an order block. 3 people watching. Who's the third one? 121 subscribers. Yes. I will soon start giving a lot of value. But let's prove that this thing is profitable. Let's prove that it can pay bills. And then we'll come in hard. Looking promising. And then it will be ready for sharing. As of now, it seems to be break even. Unrealized P&L 2000. Oh yeah, we're in profit. Guys, with 26 accounts, if I was to close right now, it will be $3,000. Oh, we have a dream here. Quite ambitious, but all dreams are valid. All dreams are valid. SMP should be done, if you ask me. Oh, not yet. And then these guys too should be done. Those virtual setups, but this is a real one. Trying to make 380 something. Seems to me like the ones that take the whole morning session. I should have hidden. This is kinda bothering me. I want to get rid of it. What do we do here? Maybe the same thing as this candle up here. It is bothering me. Just struck it. Oh boy. Please, please, please. I am submitted, I know. Thank you. We did touch it somewhere here, so I'm gonna just pull this. Yeah, I think we got cleaner charts now. This was another one that we never quite touched. Okay. Honestly, I wanted to draw the 15-minute fair value gap here. That's what I want to do, so I can compare those two nicely. This strategy here can be done without all these high time frame structures. If you look at it in terms of session to session, just look for one setup, a session if you have to trade multiple times, and then just one trade a session. So if it doesn't work, leave it alone. You can come back to the next session, but you know. So it can be done. But for you to survive, I'd say with the evidence I have right now, one trade a day or one trade a session. And it can be done without the high time frame confluences on the 1 minute time frame. But disclaimer, one trade a day if you have to take multiple one trade a session. Or what I've noticed from journals is if I was going long, it takes me out and it starts going down, then I can wait for that same evidence. The EMAs line up towards the downside, a retracement. When I get a signal, that could be your second trade. When that fails, leave it alone. And probably I would, if it works, I would go for the loss I made and then just get out. Or try to offset the first loss by locking in profits in case it keeps going your way. I don't really need this indicator anymore. I think it looks good, but we are on the 1 minute time frame. Plus you can also see it here. My error capital is all over the stream, so we know it's there. So time to retire you, my guy. Thank you for your service. It looks good though. Looks good. $100. Today I'm in the same trade you are in. I will get out where you get out. Just so you know, I can hold trades, and if they come and take me out, I could care less. I mean, I do care, but it's a good practice for holding on to trades. But if you have a couple of, if you can take a partial at that old daily high too, that would not be bad. Booking some profits. For me, I cannot only have one contract. The thing is though, I'm convinced that S&P will want to get to that old daily high 1, which Nasdaq already did. Now, I don't know what will happen when Nas gets to that old daily high 2 and this guy hasn't, because it could just be showing that maybe it doesn't need to go that far for it to reverse. But I do feel like S&P will at least want to take out that old daily high. Have a look at the daily, whatever. Is that the daily? No, that's the weekly. Look at the daily. It's kind of clean traffic. I don't know why it wouldn't want to get there. And if it does get there, I feel like the calculations I saw with someone that one S&P is like 7 Nasdaq points. And we are looking good. 23 points times 7. What is that? 7 times 2, 14. 144. 144 points from where we are. If that's a good, yep, we are way below that number. Way below that number. So yeah, we could get to those heights, but looks like they might be heading for the all-time highs now. Maybe. Or daily high too. Let's look at S&P for a recap just to make sure this high. So already that's some SMT right there, but the daily. I think they'll want to get here, honestly. Well, let's see. S&P, I would say, was the better one to trade. But I haven't started to, trade either. The one that looks good. Still stuck on one. Can I get rid of this? Okay, we know you're there, so let me just send you back a little bit. It kind of looks like this. And all this happened above the half of that fair value gap right there. Middle lane. Yep, look at that. Touch the midpoint perfectly. And then nice reversal. I think there's a trade on YouTube. That's usually like his main thing. And on the 1 minute he'll look for an entry. Stop losses somewhere there, and it should be in the money. Could probably be done, but I see him holding for quite some extensive moves, but he does take partials. I'm sure if he took this trade, he took partials above this high right here and then leaves a runner. We'll check him out later. He's quite inspirational. I was watching him, I think, early in the days, and he would take losses. Trading ICT, he would just take losses. He would take a lot of losses, man. But now I think he wins every day probably. Or it's very specific. He will likely not take a trade. It's either win or not take a trade. And if he loses, he'll take another trade and get those losses back and close in profits. We'll get there someday. Right now, my mind is on capital retention. Very little drawdown with very high risks. So, for example, this is a $203 trade. My drawdown is $1,600. If you do the math, that is gambling. 60. How would you calculate 200 divided by 1,600? 12%. So I'm risking 12% of the trade. 12% of what I have. That is nuts. But you know, we have the illusion that we have 50,000. So 203 looks like it's nothing. But if you think about it, trying to pass these profams is actually, I wouldn't say gambling. It's I don't want to say dangerous. Oh, the word be. Oh, the word be. It's not gambling. It's not dangerous. It's like you're living. It's like living on the edge, man. Go in. Go all in. So even with the full drawdown and my risk being 200, the full drawdown is 2,000. So we've been taking trades of 10%. Used to take 180, 170 trades, so that is what, 7%. It's 177%. Well, I know 200 is 10%. So when I get my 100K account live, my own personal money, will I be able to risk 10%? I think the answer is no. Then you take a loss, 10 grand gone. Take another loss, another 10 grand. Take another loss, another 10 grand. And just like that, 70K, 30K gone. Hey. Perception. Plus, this only cost me what? It was $90, $99, $95. So yeah, risking $200, risking 12%. It's no big deal too, because you're losing 95 bucks. I think that's why. Okay, let's see if S&P. Yeah, it finished. That said will be out. This one finished already. But now, maybe this, do I want to say a disadvantage with the MAs? Safe trades. No, this is S&P. I wish we didn't get a signal up here, you know. So we get it down here, but even before that good signal that would say perfect, we had 1 and 2. It's all good. I want to put I'm gonna add an alert here just so I know. So I can do a message. Okay, there we go. Oh, daily high 1 reached. SMP. That 51,800, 1,800 profit is quite a big deal, but I've been there before, so it's not exciting. But the first time I got there, oh man, it felt good. It felt good. Salome, all the best. This one, we'll get it. By the look of things, we might get it. We might get it. And yeah, I don't need that. I'm watching. Delete. Yes, delete. Thank you. It's not really a magnet. I would say maybe a goal. Yeah. And then maybe this is the breaker that will be used. So probably if I didn't get a trade in here, I'll be looking for some evidence up here, a retracement, and then use this as an entry. Now this one we're looking for a complete closure of that gap too. Mm. So what is this I'm calling a buy side? Let's go find out. Why am I calling it buy side liquidity? 4 hour, 1 hour. Okay. $170. So we need another the same distance traveled. That could be a little bit of the half mark. 90 points. I'm looking for 200 points. And we've done like 90. 100 points in the whatever. Oh my god. That's not good. We don't want to see such things, yo. Okay, looking at this. Okay, high. Okay. Yeah, we might still see some. $15-minute fair value gap right there. Why am I not trading S&P? Why am I not trading S&P? Now imagine if I switch and I take S&P, comes takes me out, and then Nasdaq never did, bruh. Yeah, that's why I just stick on one time frame, because that could easily happen. This is the new 30-minute again. Maybe we could be seeing the same, you know, open, go low, and then resume to go higher. High, 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 high. So not so much afraid. So we've seen $100. Black. Wait. How much was that high? I can't even remember. So trail accounts, intraday trail. My stop loss is 200, and then let's say that's another 200. So if I take a loss, your drawdown is $400 shaved off. So never going anywhere near trailing intraday trailing accounts. Never, unless I switch the strategy, which it still does survive anyway. I just think that's a bad deal. So if you go into, let's say, a 2 or even 3 day losing spree, where you in profits and it takes you out, you might just lose that account just for not locking in profits. I think it's meant for scalpers. Get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out. Lock in your profits as you see them. With this style of trading, where we give the trade some breathing room, might not be the best for intra whatever. But I do have, like, how many do I have? I have 5, 8 of them. And maybe I have, I don't know, a couple of them. And they're still surviving. Still in there, surviving. I've break even mostly. Some of them in $800 drawdown. So they're still hanging on in there. Intra. Cheap though, they are cheap on Apex. I got them for $19.50. But then you still have to activate them when you pass the challenge. So it takes you back to the average price for what all these other platforms are offering. I just think Apex, what they do, giving you that cheaper 2 prices for the evaluation and then activation, it can save you some money, you know, because then you can trade your evaluation less stressfully. The thing is, though, you still need a working strategy. Oh, not yet. Because even if you pass your evaluation and you still don't have a way to sustain the funded, it's a waste of time. Well, it's good practice. Let me just stay positive. So can the 30-minute flip, and then now finally we shoot to the upside. Otherwise, this setup for me is submitted. I'll just leave it alone. I'm gonna push this to the side here. I'm not worried about the recording anymore. Because I will usually show from this point to this point. Whatever, man. Let me just have it there, looking like dirt. Or not. We need to see some structure here. The 1 minute at least. 4 people watching. There's something in the chats, man. There's not so many of us. Are you in the same trade? Are you just watching? Did you take a trade? Did you take a loss, take a profit? Say something in the charts, man. Say something. 5 people watching now. Let's engage. Let's engage. You're here already. You are here, or yo, I'm playing too much. What if I close? What would I do? What would I do if I closed when moving this thing to the left? I think that would be it. I'll be done for the day and I'll be happy for the 150. All right, can we go back to 52K? Can we see those numbers today? We'll find out. My TP is right before this buy side here. Feeling safe, thinking that S&P is gonna come up here. I don't know how possible that is, but we'll see. This thing from the open has gone 90 points, 92 points. So asking for, bro, I'm tired, 20 more points, 30 more points, 21, 20 more points, which is 140 if whatever I saw online was true. One S&P is like 7. One S&P point is like 7 Nasdaq. MES, like 7 Nasdaq points. Now, that's just something I saw online. Someone said they researched and calculated and they came to that conclusion. So, let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Let me go look for him first. I think I have him logged on another account. Logged on another account. ChatGPT. Well, let's just stay engaged full here. This is... Oh, that's Mr. Chart right there. Let's ask him or her. How many points? Let me see. Let me just keep it. So Nasdaq was whatever Nasdaq. My guy. Nasdaq was S&P in terms of points. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, here we go. 1 ES point is equals to 4 to 5 NQ points. Okay, so I was off with maybe 2 or 3. A common rule of thumb, so it's not like it's written down on stone. Okay. Rough conversion. 4 to 5. Okay. Since you've been trading MNQ. ChatGPT knows I've been trading MNQ. A 100 point MNQ move is a solid intraday move and is compared to 20 to 25, so 4 to 5. Okay. So S&P tends to move more smoothly. Bruh, I don't... be easier for some traders to manage fees psychologically. I don't think that's true. Yeah, go ahead. Hey. If you're considering switching or adding MES to your strategy, I can also compare MNQ versus MES for Pro Farm Challenge and explain which typically whatever offers a smooth equity curve. And just say, okay, go ahead. Oh, like the one you've been documenting. MES is generally easier to manage. While MNQ offers faster profit potential but requires tighter emotional control. Oh, but look at this. Volatility, higher, lower, data point range, speed of moves, fast, moderate. Stop loss size usually larger, MES usually smaller. That one I figured out. Emotional pressure, the setups look the same. Profit potential, higher on NQ, lower on MES. Consistency, more difficult, easier on S&P. This is I've heard someone talking about it. Respect levels more consistently. Have smaller pullbacks. Create less. Okay. I don't know if that's entirely true. S&P will still smoke you just like Nasdaq would. If you look at these charts, don't they look the same? This is S&P, this is Nasdaq. They look the same. S&P will smoke you just as much as Nasdaq will smoke you. It's smoother, easier, but bruh, they trade the same way. Smoother. I don't know about that, man. To me, I see two identical charts. Just because this one registers more points, I would say S&P 1 point holds more value. This is like $1, this is like a shilling maybe, or you know, well, $1 is equals to 4 shillings. But anyway, that would just be based on what strategy you're using. Maybe for scalpers, S&P is the best. But why do I see these things just printing the same? Anywho, maybe this is why. Look at this candle. This one opened, went down, closed bullish. This one, what happened here? Opened bullish. In this case, S&P was more volatile than this one. Anyway, whatever, man. Let's go back to what this guy is telling us. Many funded traders use a structure like a A+ setup MNQ. You reported reaching over 2,400 towards a 3,000 target. That's true. Experiencing a few strings of losses. Oh, okay. Hey, Nasdaq, the analyzer. ChatGPT. So this is true, because I was looking for things to, like, what kind of title should I put on the post that I put on, Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, noticing frustration show up after some losses, then producing strong recovery trades afterward. That suggests your edge can generate profits, but challenge completion is likely more dependent on drawdown management than finding a better setup. If your primary goal is passing the challenge, MES is usually the more forgiving vehicle. I'm comfortable with larger swings. My strategy allows. I could say that. If your primary goal is reaching the target as quickly as possible and you're comfortable with larger swings, MQ remains a stronger choice. Okay. Because once I'm submitted, like right now, maybe I would break even if we get to that old daily high, but I'm not planning to break even today. I would surely break even if S&P was getting to that old daily high, just with what I'm seeing today. But I do feel like this guy will at least want to get up here, and that's kind of why I was comparing. Not that we see it's 4 to 5 points or 11 points to go, so 40 points. Somewhere right here. So let's go with 55 points. Same distance, somewhere right here. We'll see. Chart, come back here. No. A middle ground approach many successful challenge traders use is trade MQ during the first 60 to 90 minutes of the session when conditions are clean. Hey. Okay. Switch to MES when volatility becomes less directional. Okay, that one I can relate. Reduce size immediately after 2 consecutive losses. Not in this case. I cannot reduce size to anything less than 1. Well, I was roughly 5 to 600. Now I'm 1,000 plus. Alright, chat. Thank you. ChatGPT, thank you. Fast fair value gap I'm noticing. Babysitting this thing, man. Alright, we are likely to get to that old daily high level right there. This is a breaker from a long time ago. If the 15-minute candle closes above it, can it be used for bounce for higher prices? We'll see. And that could give me some more confidence for getting up here. I'm looking for $380. 380 bucks. Let's remind ourselves. again. One contract, $402. So minus commission maybe 190, so $400. S&P. Comparing the two, Nasdaq has cleared this, already took out that old daily high one a long time ago down here. Today, this one is yet to reach there in terms of structure. We've done 124 points, 125 points. Can we get 100 more? 80 more? 75. $200. Not bad to take home. Oh. This will be squished like this so I can whatever, man. Salome, are you still in the trade? Last time I checked, you were in drawdown, so are you still in the trade? Are you above drawdown? Are you considering on closing? Or you're gonna hold until my 1:2 right there? Which is not a special level, it's just anchored on where I entered with the 100 EMA. So if I was to look at this, the actual entry should be somewhere here, and 1:2 would be a little bit lower. And maybe that's what I should go for, because that's what the trade should look like. But then why not? Yes, I'm still on. We'll get out when you get out. Solidarity forever. But if I get smoked, it means you also get smoked. It's all good. I think it will get there. We'll see. We'll find out. In a few here. In a few. So there's no way of knowing. That is where I would have. Because looking at this, the EMAs are not yet crossed here. It did completely cross on this one, so would have waited for the closure of this candle, just about 1 2 no, I'll just take you back to what it was. Yeah, complete closure of the daily is also a good target, like just a would I say premium high of that daily whatever would be also a nice place to secure profits. But my anchor in this case, as I've said 1,000 times, is when S&P gets to that old daily high. I want to be out. I'm gonna add an alert, but just right before. I'll just do like a half point. Yeah, we'll do half a point to the target. Is going to be the 9 a.m. We could see reversals, but you know, after a one-sided morning session, 9 a.m. could offer reversals, but it's not written on stone. So looking for $270 more. 265. No, 160. 170. 171. Oh boy. I want to see 400. Let me just play games here. $230 plus 200 plus 400. If this thing was to reverse and takes me out, intraday trailing accounts will suffer because I'll be $400 shave of drawdown shaved. Yeah. Maybe it'll be a good idea to just close them, maybe. Or submit. Leave it alone. Alright, so if there's no setup down here, maybe I still wanted to chase this whatever, that would be an entry. Emails lined up, 1, 2 touches, or rather 2 swing highs for the trend line, to draw the trend line. Touch the 50, so that would be an entry right about here, when a candle closed just above the trend line. For a 67 point stop loss, and then go for 1:2, which will be right about before that hourly high right there, where we have that buy side. It will be working just fine. Again, also a nice spot for the entries too. That will be a nice setup for the entry, but not doing re-entries at the moment. At the moment, I'm staying away from re-entries. Wow. Let's go. Well, that's a new 9 a.m. candle, so now we've taken out that old daily high. Maybe I should have, I don't know, my guys. I think I'm just going to submit. But Nasdaq just took out an old daily high. If we look at the daily candle here, we've taken out this high. Still staying because I believe S&P will want to do the same. At least take out the high of this day. Could it be to where they don't? I don't think so. I think it's come too near to not want to take the high. And if it keeps going up, then I think Nasdaq will also keep going up. But once we take out that old daily high, I'm out. Hopefully, we'll have gotten to that level right there. It's likely to keep going up, but I think I've held enough. I am running out of holding steam. So that's the game plan right there. I've put on a lot here in case, you know, I sleep or something. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's go look at the strength of the what is it? The bias meter. Look at that. Bullish, bullish, bullish. I'll start calling this the first presented order block. in line with your bias. Loco is not here today. I'm curious because I think that's his style of entry. I would have worked so well. 5-minute order block. That was a perfect retracement to a 0.705 to an OTE area. Sweet spot from this low to the high. It was just perfect. Then from there, line. SMT right here, working so well. I wonder if in future, maybe, I don't know, if I may require to see an SMT before I take a trade. I wonder. And then if it's also a good indication to get out of a trade early once that forms. Like if I'm going long and I see like SMT in, let's say if we do get like a high and a higher low on Nasdaq, high and a higher high on S&P, and it start going down, you know, break even or just close out. Sometimes they're, I don't want to say they're fake. They don't just because you see that divergence doesn't mean that price is gonna go towards the side, but it's just, you know, a good indication that the trend could be over or is due for retracement before it continues. A good one here. Look at this high. No, this is a long time ago. A line. Why are you lying? This is a new candle. This is a new 1 hour. What are we likely to see, man? What are we likely to see? This setup would be 1:4.78. US 30, 3.4. Allow me still holding. Ay. Allow me. $141. All right, it's 9 a.m. Normally I do close the stream right now, but since we're in a trade and it looks hopeful, I'll just leave this running, but I'm gonna step away from my desk a little bit. Of course, I'll be back before we hit TP. Or we get to that all daily high on the S&P. On the S&P, whatever comes first, I'll be closing the trade. I still think that we might keep going up for the rest of the day, but I've held on this thing for long enough. Yeah. How will I know? I need to go with my phone. So when I get that notification, I'll be watching though. I'll be watching it. I don't like that rejection. Can we keep going up? Or should I call it a day? Just close with a 249 profit. 51,910 is not bad. I'd like to see the 52 though. I'd like to see 2,000. Can I see 2,000? 52k. I think it's possible. So just let's leave it alone. I like to see structure though. I kind of like to see how it looks down here, but we are running out of room. All right, I'm gonna step out. No engagement on the chat, so I think y'all just want to watch. So enjoy the show. Price do not go down. Just keep going up, please. Just hit my TP and then now you can come down. I don't like what I'm seeing with the 50-minute candle on S&P here. I do not like that. Whatever, man. I am submitted. I am submitted. $80 more. I think once I get to 52K, I can close and just be content with that. I did those things when I was starting this challenge and it kind of hurt me because I would get out on some good trades just because I've hit like a number I think looks good. All right, let's keep watching. Hopefully this works out good. I'm gonna step away from my charts a little bit. I've been saying that for the last 1 hour. I still want to stay here and watch this. Okay, I will be watching it, just I'm going silent for a little while. All right. All right. I got 45 seconds here. Oh, what is this? I got like 40 seconds to decide what I want to do. There we go. So as you can see here, we do have like a, but oh, sorry. Got my own feedback there. So first of all, I'm gonna break even here. Maybe booking something because I don't like this. Okay, unless S&P catches up, it looks to me like a potential SMT here. So high, low. I was hoping that they would come up here. So depending on how it behaves, I might just close this trade. Let me see. Because I was seeing like a high and a higher low and then high. I would not like this to retrace on me. So Okay, looks like you might want to go and take out that high. We are so close. Maybe it's one more push. Nasdaq just opened on the new 15-minute here. The new 30-minute. I think I might want to close this. I think we've held on enough. 51,950 is not bad. I would have loved to see that 52,000 mark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tight this to close here. You know what? This might be maybe how much would I be? Let me see how much I'd be booking in, because I have to make money today. This will be $200, which is not bad, to lock in some profits instead of just have a wasteful day. So right there is $200 booked, and if he wants to take me out, he can take me out. So I've locked in very, very, very tightly. I don't like that we have in this SMT thing here. So I would 270 is not bad to lock in. I just don't want to get out and then it just shoots without me. Looking for $100 extra. What should I do here? I think I'm gonna get out with 250, 265. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll just settle for that. I'll just settle for $260 for the day. And if he wants to go and hit 400, tell me, that's okay. I think I've held enough. And then started seeing that SMT kind of ish. I do not want to lose any of this profit. And then I'll just call it a day. So probably maybe come back in the afternoon, see if I can get another trade. I just don't like what I'm seeing. We are at that old daily high on the Nasdaq. Kind of stayed there for a while. I was hoping S&P would make it to at least that old daily high, which is the same as what the same day as what Nasdaq took out earlier. So yeah, and then I've seen a couple of SMTs happen when I'm in a trade, and I still stay. It comes and takes me out. So I don't know. I need to make use of what I'm journaling. Now look at this high right there, and then a high, high, low, and then a high. So that right there is some indication that we could. Doesn't have to necessarily mean that it's gonna retrace all the way, for like reversal of the day, but it could retrace a little bit and then keep going up. But I don't have the energy for a big retracement. As again, still coming from a drawdown of a low of 50,900, still have to recover to 52,400, which was the equity high. I was hoping to see 52k, but I do close with 51,900. And I do remember now the loss that I took on Friday, which was a trade that I didn't have to take. So probably I'd be up 52,000. I think that 100 loss will stay ingrained in my head. It's all good. I think I'll feel it when I get to 52,900. But it's all good anyway. So yeah, I'm content with 1:2. What is that? Let's see how much it is. TP 30894.25. That will be 1.32 for 132 points, and I'm okay with that. Well, looking at what price is doing right now, the thing is though, if you look at this, not quite, and then actually just look at this: low, high, high, and then Nasdaq high, low. Oh boy, yeah, look at this. And then also this right here also is speaking some volumes too. Yeah, I don't want to be in that trade. See that? Boom, boom. If I was a scalp, I'd be looking for some quick shots here. Okay, so we just made $261 for the day, 7 grand cumulatively, but you know, still funded valuations, and the ones that are funded are in some serious drawdown, but still surviving, yo. What is this? Okay, Lucids are $2,000 drawdown. So my drawdown right now is 1925. Looking good. So if this thing was to reverse and still go hit my TP, I'm okay, man. I just cannot I cannot assume when I see such a thing that I won't get out. I have to get out. I think because of past which trade was this that I took a loss? Let me see. I think it's this one. Look at that. So I was in profits here, right? Look at that SMT low, lower low, low, higher low. In profits, and then I saw this and I still stayed. Didn't even although the profits had not gone too far, I was hoping it would at least get here, so I didn't take this seriously. But you know, moving forward, when I see this, I'll be breaking even, because that's signaling, you know, a reversal, you know, high probability, or some sort of a retracement. Not to say that this won't keep going up. There's high probability to keep going up, but I'm good, bro. I don't think I can handle anything like this. Nah. And that's it. I think I'm done for the day. Do I really want to take another trade? I think there's unfinished business in terms of S&P trying to get up here. Will they still try to do the same? And is this just like a, you know, a normal retracement and then they keep going up? I might show up in the afternoon, see if I'm willing to give back the $261. If the deal is too good and it's worth risking the 261, then I'll take it. If not, I will wait for tomorrow. I do credit this one to my wife. She did wake me up. I didn't want to wake up. I was still tired from working on the whole weekend. So I wanted to show up in the afternoon, but she was like, yo, I think your setup is for me. It might retrace, so just get up, go see. And if you go back and see to the start of the stream, I didn't even do the top-down analysis. Just I saw the trading went in. I was kind of regretting because I didn't really touch a 15-minute breaker, which I require. But there was a retest right here earlier, so the entry was valid. I believe so. Yes, this breaker was confirmed with a 615 to 630 candle. The 630 to 645 did the retest, and then the entry did form later. So that entry was valid and close to a A+ setup. Stop loss maybe too huge for today's volatility. And I don't feel like holding again, especially after seeing the SMT right there. So I'm out again, 260 profit, risking 203, a little bit of 1.32. So I'm gonna take a screenshot right here for the journal, the journaling purpose. Look at that drop, man. Look at that drop, yo. Look at that drop. Again, as I said, it might still turn around, but Salome, I don't know. I know you said you're gonna get out when I get out, which was up here. So I'm just curious. Did you get out? Because I did get out. I'm okay. 7:04 to 9:30. That's 2 hours and 20 what minutes something. All right, let's do the screenshot with what we're looking at right now. I don't need this. SMT, it's clear. This is where 2R would have been, so we'll look at that later. Copy link 261.10. Let's go journal today straight. Today is week 19 now. What is this? 15, right about the middle of the month. 26, day 88, still pushing. MNQ 1, that's the screenshot right there. Yeah, looking good. The profit is 261, so we are 261.10 for the week. Hopefully that is that will be the standard for the week. Just finish strong, yo. This could be the week we finish this challenge actually. Let's see. What time did I enter? 7:04, if I do remember. 7:04 a.m. of 9:31. Let's make sure. (9:31), 7:04. 7:04 to 8:04 to 9:04. That's 2 hours. 9:04 to 9:34 is half an hour. 30 minutes minus whatever 3. What is that? Okay, we'll do that later. Our stop loss was like 100 points. 100.5 was the stop loss. 100.5. We went for 132.5, if I'm not wrong. Yes, sir. Oh, what else are we asking for? TP points. This is so this was a win. That's how much we got today. No. Yes, sir. Oh wait, wrong window. Wrong section. You don't go with the color. Drawdown, did we? Yes. Oh, we had some serious drawdown. The drawdown was, I thought we were losing this. So 91.25. I want to see the percentage. That's what I record. 91.25 divided by 100.5. 90% times 100. 90.79. So I'll just do 90. Never really go to 91. And we are not rounding off in trading. There's no rounding off here. Or we'll just go with 90%. I'll just do 91. Where is it? Drawdown. 90%. 91%. 90% drawdown. So the drawdown here kind of, when I look back, kind of lets me know, is it worth it to hold? Is it worth to just, close your trades early? Or, I don't know. By the look of things, most of them, it looks like it would have been good to get out early. But something like this, why would I get out early? Let me see. So would have been beneficial maybe. So I'll go back and add the S&P and kind of see if there was some sort of SMT. If there was an indication, maybe I should get out, because I started implementing the S&P around, I can't even tell, bro. When did I start? When did we start implementing S&P? Maybe the 12th week, maybe? No. The 15th week? Yes. Let's look at the 14th week. So I did start on the 15th week, looking at S&P as well. Oh, within the 13th week, let me just make sure. The 12th week too, so probably somewhere in here. Okay. I think the 12th week, second day of the 12th week is when we started implementing, looking at S&P for some confluence from intermarket analysis. So that one won. Again, also to see if, you know, areas maybe I would have come out early thinking it's not gonna win. Anyway, it's not like it's magic. It's just an indication that a retracement could be coming up. All right, my people, I just journaled all I need. So what is left is figure out how many minutes these are. I think my head is tired. It's simple math and I can't seem to. Yes, I'm out. Good trade. Nice. Salami got a win today. Nice. Hopefully we do have the same momentum all of the week. I'll say got out early, noticed oh my good lord, got out early. No, well, will that be early after staying for all that time in that trade? Got out early to book in profits after noticing SMT with SMP, mini SMP I remember my past loss where I noticed the divergence and watched price. Watch price. Watch my trade. Watch a trade. Remember past loss where I noticed divergence. The divergence and watched the gains go back to 0 and went ahead to hit the stop loss. So I'd say worst case or best case is break even when in profits and the SMT divergence appears or forms. Okay, that is my language. Very grammatically challenging, but whatever. Got out early to book profits, to book in profits. All right. You think that's good? Look at this drop, yo. This is not good, my guys. Hey. So that fair value gap currently might be inverted. You know what? I'm gonna stay and keep, because I can do this all day, every day. So I'm gonna close the stream and also the charts and then come back at, you know what, what should I do? Should I come back? Yeah, I did mention that I think S&P is still going to want to get at least to that all daily high that Nasdaq already took out earlier today at 1:45 a.m. my time. So that's like way, a few hours away. And Nasdaq, S&P has not yet traded to that high. So I'm thinking, but by the end of the day, they will want to get up there. So with any evidence of that wanting to happen, I might get in on a trade and maybe just risk like $60 of the 200 that I took. So just wait for a sniper entry if I can get it, and then risk that and see if I could take advantage. The other thing is just stick to my one trade a day and just leave it alone. So that is a decision I'll be making between now and 11:30. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm gonna close the stream here. Thank you for the engagement, Salome. Kevin Mavera, I don't even know who that is. Hint, hint. Salome, thank you for the engagement. She got a win today. Poloko was missing, but I think with his strategy, he must have gotten a trade. We'll ask him when he pops up again. Yep. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. 3 people watching, 3 likes. I appreciate you so much for the likes. God bless you all. And I will close. So just watch out. I might come back or not. The afternoon trade again, as I said, I think we might be getting up here, and this is just a normal retracement. I'm just not willing to, yeah, I don't know, I'm good. I'll book in the profit again, coming from a drawdown 5,900 after coming up from 52,400. So we just made $1,000 back and climbing up slowly. So oh yeah, all right, the closing scripture right there, Jude 1:25. To the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ our Lord, be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority before all time and now and forever. Amen. To the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ our Lord. To the only God, our Savior. To the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ our Lord, be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority before all time and now and forevermore. And I'll see you on the next one. May God be with you. Probably I'll have my camera on. I just came in late today. I didn't have time to set it up. Plus I don't even think it's needed anyway. So yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. Myra Capital, and we out. Peace. Oh, my bad. And I'm out. Peace.